Hey folks, welcome back to Street Rust. Today we are going to review, set up, and actually test a Harbor Freight Central Machinery. Is that what the brand? Yes. 30-inch bending brake. So working on this 68 Galaxy on the roof. You're going to see some videos come out on that. Don't judge me on this roof, folks. You just have to watch the videos to see what I'm doing. Going to do some patch panels in here. We're going to wind up fiberglass in this whole top. Nonetheless, we've got to have a metal brake. Whoa, don't fall. All right, anyway, 30-inch bending brake. This will run you about $79.99. Nope, $69.99. Was it? Yeah, I don't know, somewhere around there. You can check it out on Harbor Freight. I'll put a link down below, and I think I'll put a pic in here for you too of it. Anyway, you know, I got an anvil, kind of railroad anvil, and some cheap Harbor Freight body tools. That's how I usually do it, but I got to make some bends, especially I need some clean bends where this front lip is going to come in. So this is going to come in handy. So versus buying two $30 hand tools to do it by hand, I figured I'd do this. So let's get this thing unboxed and see what we got here. I did open this at the store. I'll explain to you why. This box was in pretty rough shape. They only had this one and a display. The display that they had was missing the fold bar. I didn't realize that till I got to looking at it because I grabbed it. I was going to buy it for 55 bucks, you know. But anyway, so I went ahead and pulled this all out at the store just to make sure all the parts were here. Box is trashed. Everything looks to be here and in order. So let's go ahead and pull this out. And the instructions, worthless. I mean, come on, you're bending metal. It's not rocket science. Now the technique may not be that easy. So the instructions are pretty worthless. Let me go ahead and get this out of the plastic. Then I'm going to get you guys in here a little closer to see what I'm doing. I've got a 2x6 here that I'm going to bolt it to. So I don't have the shop space up here just to set something up permanently and leave it. Okay. So let me get you in here, folks. All right, so pretty simple setup. Matter of fact, here's the handles right here. The handles, you know what? I'm just going to get you in here close so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Garage is not a super mess, but not super clean either. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we'll take these handles out of the plastic. I mean, you know, once again, guys, it's not rocket science. And hey, why do I buy Harbor Freight tools? I am not going to be using this metal brake every day. I will be using it occasionally. Therefore, I'm not going to go spend $700, $800, $1,000 on a big metal brake. Should I be able to justify that to my wife in the future, I might even use metal brakes. Are expensive. Look at them on Facebook Marketplace. All right, there's our bend. So what we're going to do, and I'm not going to do this on camera, I'm going to square this up. You got holes, 2 holes on each side. They're 3/8. I'm going to drill holes and bolt it to that, okay? This is the important piece here. Hope y'all can see that okay. Can you see that? Yes. This is the fold, whatever you want to call it. Fold bar, fold panel. Ooh, this thing's oily, which is good. It means it ain't going to rust. Basically what we do is you put your metal in here. You lay this on top of it right here. You have to provide your own clamps. You clamp that down, and then you're going to bend that metal up. Okay, so everything's got to be pretty secure. So I'll work on that. So let me grab these gloves will work. I'll wipe my hands on these gloves. Anyway, I've got some metal. I've been doing some, this is off a 99 Miata. I got us a piece of metal somewhere around here. And we're going to practice folding on that. Remember, the goal right now is just to help me kind of mold some angles, especially right here where I got to come down over this lip. Okay? You can judge all this later in the other videos. All right, folks, we're back. I failed to tell you earlier too, I think we talked about the instructions, but the metal this can handle, remember, this isn't industrial to be using every day in a shop and, you know, to wear out in a month. But I'm only using it occasionally. So anyway, handles material as thick as 17 gauge steel, 18 gauge galvanized steel, and 16 gauge aluminum. So we'll get rid of that box. All right, so I cheated a little bit. I got this all set up. I'll show you what I did there in a second. I know my 3/8 bolts are different sizes, so don't judge. It's what I had. I bolted the metal brake to the 2x6, and just to give myself a little leverage, I went ahead. There's holes in my sawhorses here already, so I put some 3/8 through there. That one's barely long enough. Anyway, you can see those a little better. That gives me a little leverage. Should bend anything we have to bend. Now, a couple things. First of all, I took this piece of galvanized and got a pretty doggone good bend right there, but that's galvanized. It's pretty soft. We're gonna bend this again, just the outer edge. I put a line there, but we can't do that because I've already bent it once. Yeah, we're just gonna bend it up there. But I want to show you one thing before we get started. So you know that when you bend metal, if you're gonna bend metal to 90 degrees, you know that if metal, you're gonna take it a little further and then spring back. Well, they've compensated for that amazingly. I want you to see that this fold bar is actually beveled. Do you see that? It's beveled in and it's beveled in. So I think it's important that when you do your bend, you have that bevel going to the top. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna put you back on the stand here so you can see. Guys, this isn't gonna be a long video. New toy, thought y'all would like to see it. Wasn't super expensive. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here, and I'll come back and get you over here and show you exactly what I've done. Okay, all right, now to hold that bar down, I'm using 3-inch Harbor Freight, I think these are Pittsburgh, whatever, there's something along that line. I'm using these C-clamps. And what I have found, it's nice just to get it snug on there and then gently tap it. I want to get all my lines lined up, okay? That's a little too far. Okay, all right. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Get my C-clamp on here. These C-clamps are a couple bucks at Harbor Freight. If you've done any type of brake job, you probably got a couple laying around. All right, right on it. All right, we'll tighten these up. And I think I can do this with one hand, so I'm just gonna get y'all in here. That's tight enough. This is galvanized. We're not gonna have to really crank very hard on this. All right, so you can see that I've got it lined up right against the fold right there. See where that's coming up? Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it right here, and we're just gonna gently pull that up. There's no sense in going supernova on it, right? And if you notice, you can't really see that bevel, but you can see we've gone further than 90 degrees. And I'm sure that that's there to compensate for when it comes back. So there you have it. It was that simple with the galvanized. And if you're doing smaller projects, I mean, even arts and crafts or something like that, you know, this thing would be gold to bend metal. I'll show you something that I did. I've been working on him for 3 years. But anyway, I'm gonna show you this piece of metal first before we do that. I'll drop that. I don't want to drop this bar, okay? All right, so let's see what we got. Looky there. That is a good bend, folks. Can y'all see that okay? So anyway, that's a go for this light galvanized metal. So this is a project, I made these. I'm making some new lampshades for an outside lamp. It's a lantern. So that's stage 2. That's stage 3. I know they're dusty. I've kind of weathered them. I hand riveted all these. And I cut the pieces out, and I had to make all these bends. Now, it would help me bend some of this, but not all of it, just because of the angles and everything. Most of this I did right here, flipped that railroad tie anvil upside down and did those straight edges. So you're always doing metal work around the house if you do things yourself. So here's what we're gonna do now. This is a piece of Miata fender. I straightened it out the best I could with a little body tool. Didn't do a very good job, but it's not about that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set you up right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and feed it the onions. Tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my straightest edge, and I'm gonna use, there's paint on here, so it's gonna crack and everything. I wanna do the longest distance on the straightest edge. I cut this by hand, it's not perfect, I get that. All right, so I'm gonna get this in here, and I'm gonna eyeball this one, folks. I am gonna eyeball this one. I'm gonna eyeball that, okay. And you know, we'd never put a 90. I wanna use an example. What I'm gonna do here, you're probably looking at about an inch. We'll do a little, let's go with an inch. What the heck? What the hey? What the hey? And hey, let's just measure it. Where's my ruler? There we go. We'll measure it. That's not a very straight edge that I cut by hand. Okay. Now, your metal's not going to be always wavy. Sometimes it might be. So I'm going to start tightening this down a little bit. Get it right up on it. Wavy metal. You're going to run to situate. Everything you pull out of the barn or the garage isn't going to be, you know, flat and whatever, but you may need to grab a piece of scrap metal out of the barn and work on your windmill or something, or whatever it is you do. So we're going to go ahead and gently start compressing this down. So I'm showing you worst case scenario. And hey, we're not getting stupid. We're not going to put a steel bar. You'll break it. I saw a video where they were doing a skid plate. It was too thick. Oh, that's the metal. Whew. The metal popped. Let's see. Let me get lined. Anyway, they put a breaker bar on here, and not a breaker bar, but you know, an extension, and they broke it off right there. It's going to do that. This isn't built for that, folks. Okay. All right. Just a hair more. I would just want a hair of a line there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We're going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and crank these down. That'll get my metal flat. I think when I put that bend in it too, that's going to help keep all of it flat. You can hear that metal flexing because I'm feeding it the onions. Okay, let me show you what I got before we do anything. Once again, I know this metal's not even. I literally just cut it out of a fender off a 99 Miata. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be straight. You can see I left myself just a hair, and there's just a hair here. Now, I'm going to put you back on the stand because I don't know if I'm going to need a 1 pound bag of onions when I feed it or a 5 pound. These are all screwed in tight. Got myself a little leverage with my sawhorses. I'm just gonna nice and easy. And this is probably 17 gauge thereabouts. So I can hear the paint cracking. But hey, looky there. It's either the paint or the wood. Wasn't too difficult, folks. Was not too difficult. I'm bending it all the way on that bevel past 90 degrees, springing back. I'm sure there's some smart guy that knows the degree that you need. on that angle to go past to get that gauge of steel to come back, but I ain't that smart. Or maybe just don't care. All right. So let's take a, oh wow. It did crack the paint, but looky there, folks. Looky there. I mean, that's, come on now. That would have taken you, you know, 10, 15 minutes to hammer out on an anvil or something like that. And then when we take it over here, and this piece isn't necessarily for this. There's a lot of angles. I'm gonna have to be doing some hammering, but you know what? It's gonna be a lot easier. And see, this is definitely too wide here. This is just an example, because that's got to be start here, pull it down, things of that nature. But that's what this tool will do for me. Like I said, what we're going to do here, and it'll be coming out in other videos, I'm keeping my strong pieces, cutting out, neutralizing everything. I took the headliner out. I'll be neutralizing and coating everything. I'm going to weld in pieces here, level it out, and then I'm going to fiberglass. I got matte and then a sheet, and I'm thinking I'm going to do like the lace, a black and white lace top. So, all right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. I told you this was going to be a short video. I'm going to try to stick to my word. It's difficult for type A people like me who talk a lot, but tell me what you think about this $80 with tax tool. I think it worked pretty good overall for what I need. So thank you all for watching. Please like, please subscribe, share if you'd like to, and be abundantly blessed.